Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and I am here in person at San Diego Comic-Con 2022 with Randy Falk of NECA Toys. It's the grand return of the Dan and Randy Show. What?
I can't believe it. You know, let's start it off right. Give them what they want. Sweet con sweat.
I missed it so much. Yeah, so we're already sweaty. We're already smelly. But I'm excited. I'm glad that we're back in person. I'm glad that we've got an opportunity to do this. And thank you, man, for taking the time to talk about all the new stuff. Everybody wants to know what you guys have here. So
it's awesome to have you back, to have all the fans back, to be out of the house.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, to have In-N-Out Burger.
I haven't even gotten to go do that yet.
Yeah, I had about 8 of them earlier, so... Yeah, but it's awesome, Dan. Great to see you again.
Awesome. So let's just jump into it, man. You've got a whole booth here, lots of new stuff on display. Where do you want to start? Is there anything you are particularly really excited about you want to tell everybody about?
I mean, obviously the show exclusives, because it's good to have exclusives again that are at a show and to actually have them here, because a lot of supply chain problems and other companies don't even physically have the stuff here, but we do. So it's cool to have the Turtle set. Our Thing 40th anniversary figure, our Dungeons and Dragons line is kicking off here. Greta the Gremlin, Zombo from Rob Zombie's Monsters. It's our first Monsters figure, so it's awesome to have that stuff here and to actually be able to show it all off and have people walk away from the booth with new toys.
Yeah, of course. So I got to say that Dungeons and Dragons set specifically was a huge surprise to me and exciting. I love that sort of thing when you get brand new vintage style toys that we were supposed to originally get. So can you tell us a little bit how that came about, and is this just the start of something new, or is this a one-off?
It's probably a one-off. It's I had that line as a kid too, and the Battlematic action, dug it. So what happened with that is a couple of years ago we started talking to Wizards of the Coast, who's the licensor for D&D, and we were basically going to develop ultimate style action figures, our contemporary modern detailed figures. But at the same time, I was like, well, man, I love that old line. And all the hardcore fans knew there was a bunch of figures that never happened. So I asked them, hey, if we can either get access to hard copies from private collectors or get really good photos and recreate them, would you let us do them? Even if it's just for convention, let's do the Lost Wave. Because I love stuff like that too. Years ago when... Super 7 did the Kenner Alien.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
And they did it all right. They made it look like what Kenner would have done. And they were like, yeah, it's cool, you can do it. So we tracked down a couple hard copies from original collectors, private collectors, and then what we couldn't source like that, we got all the best photo reference possible and then sculpted them and everything, the tailoring of Kellick's robe, Skyla's robe, tried to make it look and feel as much like the old toys. And I bought old LJN figures to even send to the factory to make sure the construction, the plastic, the metal joints, everything was as accurate as we could be to what would have happened in '84. Yeah.
That's amazing. See, I didn't even realize you guys went as far as to track down old hard copies and stuff.
Yeah,
that makes it even better.
Yeah, for Valkyr especially, and we got Pulveri, not his accessories, but the figure. Skyla, there's not much out on. It was all photos from Toy Fair and old LJN catalogs and stuff like that. And they had done a PVC figure of Skyla. So yeah, it was awesome to do. Fortunately, I have a couple guys who work for me that are huge D&D fans that went nuts for the opportunity. And it was awesome to just bring that to collectors after all these years. It's a deep dive for sure.
Yeah.
But it's the best thing to do for a show like this, and to recreate the packaging.
Sure.
We went out with the 2 sculptors who worked on the line and filmed a commercial with them playing with the toys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So just really everything we could, pulled out all the stops. So it's a special one for sure.
That's awesome. Now, in addition to those, you're doing 7-inch scale figures that are based on the old LJN designs, right?
Correct, yeah. So the old LJN card art and figures are the inspiration. And then we're modernizing them with all the articulation and detail that we do. And Grimsword and Warduke are the first 2. And they're not too far away. I think they'll be out sometime in September. And then for the first time here, we're showing the next 2, which are Zarek and Strongheart.
Oh, very cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
So is the LJN style kind of where you're sticking at with D&D, or can you maybe go into other areas?
I want to stay classic. It doesn't necessarily have to be LJN. It can be old guidebook, old source book. But I want to, like TSR, I want to stay in that early 80s sweet spot because that's my favorite stuff to begin with. Right. And other people are doing modern. Let them do modern. I want the 40 years ago stuff, you know. And it's just coincidence that it's gotten like a resurgence from Stranger Things, of course. Right, doesn't hurt. But I mean, what we're doing is just fun because that was like our childhood, you know. And
the animated series gets brought up a lot. Is that on the table?
Unfortunately, at this time, it's not available. It's high on our list too. I mean, it's one of those things, one of few things that's like kind of untapped. There hasn't really been merchandised. So if that becomes a possibility or they are able to license it, I would jump at the chance to do a full line.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I would love to do it. I mean, compared to like what we're doing in animated between like Turtles, Gargoyles, King Features, Defenders of the Earth, all that kind of stuff, it's totally in our wheelhouse now. But as of right now, it's not an option. But if it becomes available, I would love to do it.
That would be amazing. And like the Turtles and everything, perfect example of what you guys could do with the animated style.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope so. I'd love to see it. But I love what you guys are doing. I was very excited as soon as you announced the 7-inch ones. But like I said, the vintage ones was such a big, awesome surprise. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. I appreciate that. It's awesome at this day and age with all the, you know, the leaks and all the internet stuff, and to have a surprise, a genuine surprise that no one saw coming. That's a departure from what we normally do, and that no one else in this whole place thought of doing. You know, so it's a cool one.
Excellent. All right, well, why don't we go ahead and jump into the big thing since we already brought it up. Yeah. Let's talk about Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I feel like Hans Zimmer is not here conducting.
Man,
right
that
now.
Music, this Gundam booth right next to us is blaring music.
There's a full orchestra. It's like John Williams versus Hans Zimmer, the entire show.
I'm probably going to get copyright notices for this nonsense.
But it will be hoarse by the time we're done, screaming over it. But yeah, so the show, we got a lot of big surprises. I know you're going to get footage of everything, but some highlights, some surprises. We've got a 40th anniversary line for E.T., which we're revealing here for the first time. We did E.T. a long time ago, but we're bringing it back. There's new tooling. There's all new printed facial deco. There's a deluxe figure that has a LED light-up chest. There's some really cool stuff in the E.T. line. Elliot and E.T. on the bicycle. We've got Alf on display, which a lot of people have been waiting for. We've got a new Gremlins tattoo set, which is on display for the first time. We've got some more Universal monsters showing off the Creature from the Black Lagoon and Bela Lugosi's Dracula for the first time. A lot of new Gargoyles figures are on display here.
Yeah, the Gargoyles display, I saw that already. Holy moly. Like, seeing them all together is so amazing.
Yeah, we kind of teased like little shots in a cross-sell, but this is the first time we're showing the full core cast, right? So you got every Broadway, Lexington, Brooklyn, all the ones we have. Angela's up there, which is a deeper cut, which he hadn't shown. The Steel Clan robots, Xanatos in his business attire, and Xanatos in his armor. So those are really cool. And there's more beyond that. Like, we have other figures done, but we have PowerCon coming up. We have New York Comic Con. So we got to, like, pace it out. If we show you everything, you're going to lose it. Heads are going to explode. You know, we got to, like, every 2 months give you a little piece. Yeah. But that's really cool. We got a RoboCop 35th anniversary, Battle Damage Robo in the chair, a new Ultimate Robo, brought back Ed 209. We got Aliens Fire Team. We've got the Predator Lost Tribe. What am I forgetting? Universal Monster Turtles.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and there's more coming from there. I think we're going to put out another new figure from that line tomorrow, so come back.
Oh, so I'll have to come back. That's right. Yeah, there is a few surprises in the case, so I'll definitely follow up on that stuff.
We're adding more stuff each day. We didn't want to have it all out preview. Again, it's for your safety. Like, we don't want
no heads exploding over here. Yeah.
Scanners moments. And then major expansion. As big as the cartoon line is in Turtles, we're going very deep with Mirage. With IDW, like Last Ronin is a full line, so there's a whole lot of figures there. And Archie, for the first time ever, we're doing Archie. So I'm sure it won't be long before everyone else is doing Archie, you know. They're always riding the coattails, I'm not going to lie, but we are going deep, like in all the expanded universe, different iterations of Turtles. So Yeah, it's really cool to do something like Jaguar, Dreadmon, and then Mirage, stuff like that no one's ever done in the almost 40-year history of Ninja Turtles. They've never had figures before.
And it's so cool because Mirage is where you guys started with Turtles. I just remember how exciting it was. What was that, like 08 or 07, somewhere back there?
Yeah.
How exciting it was to get those first 4 Turtles in that style. And now here we are coming back to Mirage. It's like we're coming home.
Yeah,
right?
Full circle. And actually, like, to be working with, like, Kevin Eastman, for those that don't know, Kevin's doing all the original packaging art for those figures. So the stuff that's out with, like, Fugitoid and what's coming with, like, Renette and everything, Kevin did that art, and he's doing Casey. He's doing the whole line. So all the Mirage card art is all new original art from Kevin, which is really cool. And we're working with Ken Mitch Rooney on a lot of the Archie stuff, because he did a lot of those books. And then we're working with Ben on Last Ronin, getting new original art for all the Last Ronin. And we have some of the Last Ronin stuff packaged here for the first time and showing some new figures that no one has seen before.
That's amazing. So exciting. And I got to say, like, one of the things I definitely want to commend you guys on, like, it does feel like things have gotten a little easier as far as, like, collecting the Turtles line goes. Like, I know we went through some struggles and we talked about it. Oh, gosh, it feels like years ago at this point. But, like, beyond Target, you guys are offering pre-orders online, which has made things a little bit easier. So that is really, really exciting stuff. I've seen some people say that some of the distribution, like, overseas is still a little spotty.
Right.
Is that just kind of, like, with the way things are?
Yeah, and part of it's supply chain, part of it's some of the distribution partners don't want to carry line, or they don't have, like, a big retail home for it. So we're trying to make up for that by putting a lot of stuff up international on the NECA store. Sure. So, like, when we do those pre-orders, they are also open to the rest of the world. And I think the shipping is somewhat reasonable for out of the country to be able to get it. I mean, there was a time where we couldn't sell it outside the U.S. at all.
Right, I remember.
Due to licensing restrictions for a long time. So it certainly has gotten better and improved. Everything's a struggle, especially since COVID, right? So, like, anyone that's followed or watched our interaction or watches your YouTube channel knows, like, we're always improving. We're always making strides to make it easier to get the product, to improve channels of distribution, to get it into more hands, to do pre-orders. If we find out there's more demand for something, than initially, we bring it back. Like Toka and Raza from Ooze, we brought it back after 2 years because a lot of people came to line late. We want people to have the stuff. We don't want holes or voids in the collection. So, like, we're doing the best we can. There is no new normal. It's just, people ask me, like, if I go on social media and when's this coming out? It's like, shrug emoji. I don't know anymore, and I'm not going to guess, because then you tell them, and then it's like, you lied, you're wrong. It's like, dude, it's out of my hands. All I can do is try to make the best product possible, and it's out of our hands after that, We have a lot of stuff that I thought would be out this summer that now looks like it'll be out in, like, September or October, but it's all coming. I mean, we had stuff sitting in, I'm sure you've heard these stories from other manufacturers, stuff sitting in containers or rail yards for six months last year. Like, I've been doing this almost 25 years, and last year was like, stuff you've never seen before, and it's all out of your control. So the good news is there's a lot of great stuff out there. You have a lot of options because a lot of people are making Turtles product and making cool figures. I mean, I collect a lot of toys myself. It's a great time to be a collector. And all the brands we grew up with have had a great resurgence. G.I. Joe, He-Man, like, who would have thought it's back again,
Again, I know.
Between,
There's
like,
so much of it.
Like Matty Collector and then Super 7 and now Mattel, like, where it all began. It's like full circle, and I'm playing with that stuff with my kids, and it's like, this is surreal, but it's awesome. And of course, Star Wars never goes away, so it's like those core brands are there. Now Turtles is in that same genre, it's just 2 years away from 40th anniversary, and it's bigger than it's ever been, at least toy-wise.
Yeah, exactly. So is that cartoon Toka and Razar? Are they hung up with all that stuff?
Well,
we got that initial release at Target, but a lot of people, I haven't even found those yet.
Yeah,
so
there's more coming back. There was the initial release that was part of that haul-a-thon initiative and program, but there are more, like, shipping. So yeah, don't fret if you missed them. They're coming back. I'm sure they will be online as well. They will be back in Target. I want to say September. There's something in the works, like a fall. I don't remember what it's called, but there's like a fall collector initiative, which they've done and Walmart does. There's all the activations, right? So there's one coming at Target for September, October. They'll be back for that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much you can speak to the Loot Crate stuff, but I know we're still missing a couple of our turtles from that.
So I know all that stuff was manufactured, and I know anyone who ordered it is supposed to get it. Like, I'm not directly involved with that. I'm going to try to be diplomatic and just say thank you for your patience. My cell phone number was put online during this whole debacle, which was awesome, because I have nothing to do with it, but hey, it's all part of, it's all part of the job. But I know that some of the stuff has shipped now, right? People got Mutant Claw. I'm pretty sure that Armagon is in the warehouse. I don't know. I know the order of release got mixed up somewhere along the way of what it was planned, but those figures are coming and they will get them. Whatever issues had to be sorted out, I'm told are taken care of. Hopefully people have a little bit of reassurance in that they got something now. And I'd say just please remain patient. The stuff is coming. You will get it. You will get those figures.
Okay, good. Awesome. All right, so I think I hammered you with enough stuff there.
I am here, Dan.
This is what we got to do, right? We got to. But did we cover all the new stuff? Was there anything else exciting that we wanted to?
There's some more surprises. There's going to be a reveal tomorrow for a new license that kind of
circle back for this.
Yeah, fits within the sort of Turtles, Alf, Gargoyles genre wheelhouse that we're in right now, and it's a cool one that I don't think people will expect. A new license announcement. Rob Zombie's Monsters is going to be cool. We got a lot of new figures for that. Oh, Defenders of the Earth. We have Mandrake and Lothar and Garrix here. So that line's going to get completed. And then we have some more surprises from that genre. The classic superheroes and Flash Gordon. Probably closer to New York Comic Con. Maybe a hint at PowerCon, but definitely by New York Comic Con. Oh.
I know. It all blends together.
Yeah, Ohio PowerCon. Will be some teases and a brand new line being revealed exclusively at PowerCon.
I am excited. I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm bringing out the sculptor who worked on that line, and I will be there, and a couple other of my team, Trevor Zammit and Manny Gomez, who's in our Jersey office, will be out there representing in Ohio. And then we got another surprise for October in New York.
Awesome. Well, man, so many cool things on display. Sounds like a lot of exciting things are still coming down the pipeline. And here we are doing shows again, doing conventions again. This has been awesome, Randy.
Likewise, Dan. I can't quit you.
I know. I couldn't quit. It's been too long. I missed you so much. We are not going to stop doing this. From here on out, we're back at it.
It's good to be back.
Awesome. Well, Randy, thank you again so much. There you guys go. A look at what's going on here at the NECA Toys booth at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, the Dan and Randy Show. Until next time, my friends.
Stay up to date with Pixel Dan at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. Thanks for tuning in to your premier source for all things toys, Pixel Dan. See you again.